I think Natalie and I need to both be turned. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Don't Panic with Israel Luna. I am Israel Luna, and there is a lot going on today. We have a lot to discuss. I know the moment that I talked about this subject, everyone was like, oh, I want to be on the show. Well, for part one, because now it's going to be in multiple parts, we have a really amazing panel of special guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting right here to my left.
I'm Natalie Jones.
Gideon Swift.
I'm Brandy Amara Sky. I'm the lesbian. The lesbian.
And
That's right.
What did you just say? Before?
Like the only one in Dallas?
The only one. I am the only one that matters.
Exactly.
Ooh.
I'm the gay one, and
Straight at the moment.
Oh, that's interesting.
and of course
Fun.
we have the straight man over there.
Yeah, I'm the straight male, white, boring dude.
Now we have a lot to discuss, but before we get the show started, today is National Crayon Day.
How fun is
It
that?
is. They are introducing a new color today. I don't even know if they've done it yet or not. I don't know what the color is, but they say in order to celebrate, you should color something old school with crayons. And so I thought
I'm down. Let's do it.
So down.
we are going to do it.
That's fun.
Oh my God.
All right, so we have
didn't know that existed.
Inside Out, Star Wars,
Strawberry
I want
Shortcake,
the one
and
with-
Power Rangers. I'm
with
going to let you
glitter.
guys decide.
I want the glitter one.
Take one.
Okay.
She's mad about
Here,
the
I'll let you
sparkles.
go.
So what we're going to do is,
Whatever you want.
when we cut to commercial breaks, we're going to color our one photo,
Sweet.
and at the end of the show, we're going to take the colored picture that you did, and we're going to post it on Facebook.
Fun.
Yeah, so we'll do it on commercial break, so we won't be having to fiddle with it throughout the show. But
Down, Brandy.
now, this show is all about love, sex, and relationships. We all kind of have dabbled in this, right? A little bit. Maybe
bit.
all of the above.
I've never been with another human being in my life.
You know what? Sometimes that's better because, sometimes I've had very good sex with these dates right here, more so than an actual person.
They don't talk back, so that's always.
Well, sometimes they do slap.
wow.
They slap me around, but I wanted it.
You asked for it. You asked for it.
Exactly. So the first thing I want to ask really to all of you is, do we all have a type? Now, before I ask you what your type is, the typical politically correct response is, oh, I really don't have a type. We all have a type, I think.
Interesting.
What are y'all's types, like, first thing think of?
I think my type is artistic. Like, they have to be artistic on some level. Like, I
Got
really
it.
don't care what the packaging is, as long as they have some kind of creative, like, brain or some kind of expression.
Gotcha.
That's my type.
Okay.
Artsy fartsy.
That's important.
Yeah, I second that along with I'm big into like travel and adventure and being spontaneous. So just kind of being open about art and just taking off at any moment. And that's
Got it.
kind of one of my other big
There we
things.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what about you, Gideon?
Yeah, same. I'm an art dealer and a maker, so I make stuff for a living, and that's also very important to me. I've been accused a lot. A lot of people are like, oh, you only date black girls. It's not true. I just want that to be on the record. Like,
Okay.
I don't only date black girls. In fact,
But you date black girls.
well, yes,
Okay, got it. Got
What
it.
percentage?
that does happen.
Now, this
what
is
percentage have been black? Just out of curiosity.
What do you mean?
Well, you said you don't date
So
just
like
black girls. So I'm just
25%.
like 25, 50, 75, 99.9.
Wow, I don't. I mean, I've been in a 7-year relationship. I just got out of a 7-year relationship. So I mean,
don't pressure me.
so
half.
but yes, so like that was
Half
seven.
or more than half percent.
That was 7 years of a black girl. I'm sorry, that was 7 years of a Caribbean/Japanese girl.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
So,
now let
how's
me point something out that I noticed is the women, when it came to types, was all about the emotional and the personality traits, and to the male it was physical. Very interesting, right? Wow. See, because I was hoping that something like that might happen, because when I was going to answer the question about type, I was going to say, well, they have to be this certain age, they have to be this color, they have to be blah, 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 and so it's really interesting already, the dynamics.
That is really interesting.
And the differences between men and women. So my type, I have a type that I think I have, and then a type that everyone else says that I have.
Yeah.
I tend to think that they're probably right, because we're all in our own head.
Yeah.
So to me, I usually go for white guys, only because when I see someone my color or darker, I feel like I'm with a family member.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
Interesting.
weird because yeah.
That's really interesting.
I've heard that from girls that I've dated.
Yeah.
That exact same thing you just said.
Now these are darker skinned women talking that
right.
they like
Yes,
white guys.
yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to embrace
I've
it.
never thought about that though, or heard that. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Now, let me ask the ladies here. Now, what about physical types? What do you look for?
I really don't have
Really?
any, as long as, they can go out and travel and we can, hike, take our dogs, they must love animals, must love dogs. Like, as long as we can have some kind of physical, it doesn't have to be like marathon running, because fuck that. But as long as, we can go out and do, it really doesn't matter. Like, I'm really not that picky.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Natalie?
I like second everything she says, but I mean, the guys I've dated have been all over the board too, from like the skinny rocker dudes to like the more muscular to, it's literally been all over the place. So
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess mine have been at least 10 years younger than me. They have to have a very strong personality type, because I don't want to steamroll over somebody. It has to
Just
be
steamroll.
I have to have someone that
Is that like a
challenges me,
position? Like,
even if
what
it's like nagging me, like, hey, you said you were going to do this, pick up those clothes from the floor. I don't know. I kind of like that.
That's really interesting, because you said that, and I'm like, well, everybody I've dated has always been older than me. I do prefer older, so that is one. Yeah, they have to
okay.
be older than I am, and I agree with that. Like, but I also need somebody that's going to balance me out. Like Candace balances me out. I'm like the blah one, and she's the
Yeah. Well, now that you mentioned Candace, so
That's-
let's go ahead and talk about who's single and who's not. Okay, now what are your statuses?
very much married.
Okay, for how long?
We got married last year, but we've been together for 7 years.
Congratulations.
So awesome.
Congratulations.
And hopefully we're going to have our big party here at Spayse Studio.
Yeah.
So be
Oh,
looking
yeah.
for your invite.
Yes. And Gideon, what about you?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm literally just got out of a 7-year relationship, and it's weird because we're still best friends, and we're being very civil about it.
Okay. This sounds rehearsed.
No,
Y'all hate each other, right? Y'all
No.
hate each other.
No,
You're
no, no, no,
stalking
no,
on
no.
Facebook.
No,
Y'all are breaking windows.
As he's
We're
fidgeting
still-
with things. He's
I know, right? what was Israel saying? No fidgeting. I feel like I need to move.
right.
I don't know what
No.
to say right now, so I'm going to keep.
Well, I mean, we all know that there's no such thing as a civil breakup. It can be pretty civil, but
Oh,
it's still bad.
It always sucks.
It does.
I mean, it's not pleasant. I mean, but I mean, like, it's weird. We're still very supportive of each other. We're still very, like, you know what? Hey, you know what? This is, we're okay. Well, and we're just, seeing where things go from there.
And how long ago did that happen? The split?
A couple of months.
Oh, okay. So it's still kind
it's
of fresh.
Ish.
Oh,
Fresh
here.
out.
You
Okay.
can have the coloring
Yeah.
page.
Oh, wow.
And Natalie, what about you? Married, single? What's going
I'm
on?
single.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with it. I'm, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Cool. Like, I'm independent, but yeah, the same thing with the right person, like, balances you out.
Yeah.
I
I was in a 5-year relationship, and it ended in November. So yeah, it's still semi-fresh, but again, like with you, Gideon, it was the last part of it. There was so much talking that the sadness went away, the bitterness went away, because
Right.
if you've talked it all out and you completely understand where both people are coming from,
Yeah.
there's no reason for bitterness, and you're like, wow, okay, we talked it out. Yeah, it's
I
time to
love
move
that.
on.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
That's kind of where I am with that. It still hurts a little bit,
Right, of
But
course.
I'd rather have the hurt and be single than be in that relationship again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So now in saying that, I guess, so you're not dating, of course.
Married
no,
girl.
negative.
Right. Well, because I was wondering, the dating nowadays, now with social media and everything, how different is it, especially for the three of us? Not that you don't have a say in this, because
Holy
I'm sure you're
shit.
going to have, yeah.
Okay.
Married
so
one,
like-
go to the restroom. Done.
Right? So, I mean, like, for me, I got in a relationship before there was all these, like, Tinderellas out there, Tinder in general. It's like, what is this?
Wait, Tinderellas. I've never heard that
I've never
phrase.
heard
What
that
does that
either.
mean?
Apparently it's a thing. I don't know. My boy Brandon talks about them.
What is it? What's the definition?
It's like a girl from Tinder. It's a
Got it. Okay.
Tinderella.
But what do you call a guy from
He
Tinder?
dates a lot of Tinderellas. Tinderella.
Tinder dude?
Dude?
Tinder dude.
Tinder fella.
Tinder fella.
Hey.
Oh my God, Israel!
hilarious.
You should coin that.
There
I
you
love
go.
that.
There you go. I only brought that
Tinderfella.
up because I used to have a porn movie called Cinderfellas.
Oh my god.
So I'm not going
hilarious.
to take, the credit for that. I would, but I'm an honest person here. So yeah. So
Right.
So you are, I guess, a Tinder fellow because you are on Tinder. take
I
it?
am not.
You're not.
So yeah, it's all weird to me. I mean, like the world has changed. The world of dating is like a weird place. Like it's just so. I don't know. I mean,
And you're like back into it, like fresh and new.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
so-
I'm not even like yeah. So I mean, it's just weird.
Yeah. I mean, because with it being so fresh, like the split. I mean, are you already ready to go? Like in your head mentally, like, hey, yeah, I'm ready to date again.
I don't know. I mean, right now I'm just hanging out and I'm concentrating on work. We have the play and we have like, and then
Yeah.
work and
You're
just,
busy. You're
yeah.
busy.
There's also, I feel like when you get out of a relationship, one person might get on it just for it to take their mind off of things.
Right.
And like meet new people.
That's what I
just
say
for
all the
friends.
time too.
I get laid.
Or,
I'm just
also important.
wasting time on
I
Grindr.
know. Well, just like I haven't really, the ones I'm on, I haven't really done anything with. It's just fun swiping left and right.
Well, you know what? Well, speaking
Like-
of that, we have to take our first break, and when we come back, we are going to talk about Tinder versus Grindr. Grindr is like the gay version of Tinder. So we're going to talk about that to see what the differences are, but mainly what the similarities are as well. So when we cut to break, we are going to I thought it was the trailers, but we're going to do that for the next break. We will see you in a couple of minutes. We'll be right back.
Great.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Panic. It is National Crayon Day. I was going to say coloring day, but it's not. It's Crayon Day. And everyone is coloring a little coloring page. And we are going to present them at the end of the show. And then we are going to be posting the finished products on our website. Because I can't remember when the last time was that I was
You
coloring.
got real. Okay.
I'm
All right,
trying,
I
I'm
see
trying.
what we're. All right.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Exactly. So when we were, are you figuring out your headphones there?
I'm crying.
We are having.
Hold on.
Okay,
Actually,
Israel
I think you have it
knows
done.
how
I think
to-
you have it done.
We're on camera.
Okay.
We can't hide this right now.
There's
Just
no
like
way.
that.
Oh man.
There's no way to hide.
There you go. Just
Okay,
like that.
Thank you. Oh,
Ta-da.
okay. Woo, I'm back. I'm back. We're good.
All right. So before we cut to break, we were talking about the modern day dating. Well, nowadays, you can still go
Nowadays.
to a bar and stuff, but now we have social media apps, or what we like to call, social media apps, social networking apps. I'm sorry, they're hookup apps. We call them hookup apps. And a couple of you were talking about Tinder. I personally have Grindr, and so I just wanted to talk about that type of new dating. I know that Grindr came out quite a few years ago. I would say at least seven-ish years ago, and our community, the gay community, we were like, poor straight people, because it's so easy for us to hook up. It is so easy. You just pull that up. Oh, look, this person's 2,000 feet away. Hey, do you want to hook up? Sure. All right, we hook up.
And I remember,
all the time. Yeah.
I remember when that came out, I was like, "Where's the lesbian version?" Like, because there wasn't, like, there was not a lesbian version,
see,
and I'm
I
like,
think-
lesbians like to have sex too. I want to, before I was married. Let's
Before you were
preface
married.
this.
Yeah, please say
Before
that,
I was
please.
Disclaimer.
married.
Good
Yeah.
disclaimer.
I mean, a hookup is never a bad thing. Like, everybody thinks that just because you're a female, you don't want sex as much as a male, but that's fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
That is some bullshit.
See, that's good for
right
you to
there.
know.
See, no. Well, from what I understand, I mean, here's the thing. Here's how I see it, as it probably really is. I mean, here's the thing. Males have a really high sex drive. I think on the average, probably maybe more than females.
That's a very heterosexual
It
white
is.
male thing to say.
It is.
Oh,
You should have
God
gone there.
dang it.
You
But,
shouldn't have
you
gone there.
I would think that
statistically,
too.
it's-
I would think that too,
What
but
So
I'm
it's
going
like,
to
it's
white
like
male
dudes
statistics?
that fuck other dudes. It's just like dudes having sex. It's like, fuck. Like, we like to have, let's fuck a lot.
Israel,
That's
do you fuck a lot?
Is that a
Yes.
thing? Is that a thing in the gay
Yes.
community? That's what I would
No,
imagine.
well, see, this is
as a
this is
straight
when the
hetero
when the
white
conservative
dude.
when the conservative like right wingers when they say, oh
Yeah.
yeah, all they do is have sex. Absolutely. Why do you think they call us
Why
gay? Because
wouldn't
we're
we?
so happy.
So happy. There's lots
We're
of
so
sex.
happy because
That's the
Fuck.
point.
Amazing.
And that's what I want to talk about with these social
Maybe-
networking apps is they say that women have sex for love and they say men have love
not
for
always.
sex. That's
Love
what they
for
say.
sex. Oh.
There could be.
That's an interesting balance. That's
I
an
think
interesting
it's
point.
both. I think it's both.
I think
it's both.
It just depends.
Well, I want to know
Right.
about like Tinder specifically. So for a guy, let's just say for a guy first. When you get on Tinder, now have you ever been on Tinder? You can say, right?
I guess I got to check it. I don't know. I mean, like, it's,
You don't know if you've been on
I
Tinder.
don't know about all that shit. I
He's
mean, like,
fidgeting again.
Okay, Natalie.
kinda
We'll go
old-
with the-
old
and then
school,
He'll
like-
open up in a second. So Natalie, you've been on Tinder before. You know how it works.
So not Tinder. I've done like OkCupid,
Okay.
Bumble. And that was in New
Bumble.
York. Yeah.
I've never heard of Bumble.
It's fun. I haven't gone on like a date yet, but I haven't really worked that hard at it. But it's fun.
Now, I heard
Boys are pretty.
a really offensive name for a hookup app called Plenty of Fish.
Isn't that the lesbian
I
one?
have
I
heard
think
that.
that is. Is that the? I know that there is now a lesbian
Weird
one.
I think
reference
that's
to
straight one.
fish.
Oh, is it really?
It's a
Oh,
straight
see,
one, but it's
that's
called Plenty of
so.
Fish. I know,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's not a good name for.
Because in our community,
No.
oh, I
there's
get
a-
it. Ah,
there's a slang term for
Took you a second.
for a woman, and it's
I'm a
called
little slow.
fish. You call them fish.
Isn't that
my
like
God.
ironic if
Oh
you
my
think about it?
God.
Like the.
Are you
reference-
serious, Israel?
Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
So even like a drag queen that looks really beautiful, that looks like a biologically born female, you say, "Damn, you look so fish," and it's a compliment.
I have not heard that. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would think Plenty of Fish would be like a lesbian or like some kind of gay hookup app
Yeah, but
because
no.
I mean that's such a queer reference.
And I have gay friends.
Yeah.
Why haven't they told me about this fish term? That's funny. I
Do you
had
have
no idea.
female?
I had no idea.
Ah.
I do. I also have female gay friends. Yes.
Nice.
I'm not Yes.
Now, I
I'm
was
not
on
Donald
Tinder. A straight friend of mine told me to download Tinder, and I did. And the first thing that I thought of, this is from someone who's used to being on Grindr. And on Grindr, it's pretty much just a grid of photos. You just go through and, click on their picture and then read their profile, and you can message them if you want. And then if they want, they message you back. It's that simple, right? On Tinder, you are encouraged to swipe right or left. And the first thing I thought of was, this is so mean-spirited. Like, oh, ugly, no. Why do you have to choose? Keep them on a grid.
Does the other person see that you're like saying "fuck no"?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't imagine that's how it would
Like,
work.
I know with Bumble, it's like, what's different about that is that if, the right, left, if both people both swipe right, then the girl has to message the guy first. Then the guy has 24 hours to respond. So the girl initiates the conversation. But I kind of don't like that at the same time because, you like being pursued,
Right.
so, but whatever.
I guess
So-
they're wanting to put more power to the girl.
Yeah,
so
I
you
like
won't
that
feel
aspect.
This modern age.
harassed or something.
Yeah, but still, I'm like, I like it both ways.
Yeah, but I
I know. I was like, as soon as I said that, I said that, I was like, oh, okay.
But I do know that for a while, there were a few, straight hookup apps that tried to make it, and none of them never got successful up until Tinder. Because I know for years and years, I'm like, oh my gosh, why don't they just do a straight version of Grindr? So now I don't know if it's a copyright issue or what, but because it just works really well, and it's not mean spirited. It's so easy to do.
Well, that's what I use MySpace for.
Are you still on MySpace?
What's
No.
that?
Who is that even
What
like
is
a
that?
thing
Yeah, it
anymore?
is.
I don't think it is.
You
But I
know
mean,
what
like
MySpace
Is that like a VHS? I don't know.
VHS, right?
Like a cassette tape?
I still have VHSs. Anyway,
I do too.
So now
actually.
let's just say we're on a
my
hookup app,
grandparents' house.
and then the other person's interested, and you say hello and everything. Now, for the ladies, to the ladies in general, not just single. So when a
Ladies.
guy or a gal, the other person that might potentially have sex with you, what is on your mind, like when you're going to meet? Do you actually think, oh, we're going to have coffee and stuff? What's the expectation there when you're going to meet somebody on a social media app?
I legit do.
Okay.
I don't have any expectations and just want to go and meet somebody. Like where I'm at right now, I'm not just looking for the hookup. Yeah, that's just where I'm at. But, regardless, I go in with the intention of I'm about to meet this person and just have a conversation and go from there.
Got
okay,
it,
like straight white male interjection here. I think most of the time,
Yeah, this could be opposite.
dudes are
Probably.
probably looking mostly for the hookup, and then maybe some hangout later or get to know each other.
Yeah,
later.
well, it's like
it's
you
kind
have-
of what you said, Israel. I think very
Well,
much.
you have
so.
good intentions, but this is
Yeah, it's literally
from
it's
the
lit- it's-
female.
I
at
think-
least, you have hopeful.
Well, I'm sure the female doesn't want to
Yeah.
seem like a slut. They're
Right.
like, well,
and
no,
I
dude,
think that's stupid. I mean, who cares about that anymore?
Well,
Like,
because it's still and that hasn't changed in all these years. The girl's a slut and the guy's not.
I
If they
think,
do.
I
That
think
is true.
that's,
There
that's
is the-
very,
that
but I think that's
sucks.
very
I think-
heterosexual.
No, it is.
I don't like in
No,
the
I-
lesbian
I
world.
agree. I
and in
don't
the
even
gay
like
world,
it.
we don't have
doesn't
that.
matter,
If
right.
you sleep on the first date, that's kind of expected because the second date is a U-Haul. So it's like,
Wait a minute. What is that? What is a
that
U-Haul?
joke. What does a lesbian
it's a
take to a
move
second
in, I'm
date?
assuming.
is a U-Haul. Yeah. But I think that's a very heteronormative thing where, the woman is afraid of feeling like a slut because
I
there's
agree.
a male dominated energy.
And I think it's silly.
lesbian, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We really don't. We're
And
just
what's
like-
funny about that, Brandy, is from the male perspective. I mean, it doesn't
You don't
even
either,
it isn't
yeah.
even a straight or a gay thing. It's a male thing. Is we want to sex is the gay man's hello.
Oh.
But in this case, I can just say is just the male version of hello.
I wish
We
that
wanna
was
hook up
true
you.
with straight women.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
we want to hook up with you, and then we want to get to know you because hey, the sex was great. Now, want to go have dinner? And
Right.
and for the heterosexual women, they're like, no, that's not how this is going to start. So
Why
I can
is
kind of see
that?
the difficulty.
Can
with
we
the
make
straight
that a
men.
thing with straight women? Other straight girl?
See, that's where I'm
mean-
happy that I'm gay because imagine other males thinking exactly like you with sex.
Yeah,
Right.
And
there'd be
they're-
a lot of big
Exactly.
And there's hundreds of
that's
them
what
around you.
That's what I figured it was, and is why can't straight women be like that?
Natalie.
Natalie.
I mean,
Why can't you? Why can't you do that, Natalie?
You know what?
For an
You know what?
entire population right
Let's
now.
all
I
hang
know.
out.
I'm like,
Let's hang
dear
out.
God.
Sure.
Hang out, have some
Dear
awesome
God.
sex, and like, hey, if we want to grab a burger and a beer later, cool. Like, who cares?
No,
Like,
I mean, I don't think it's fair that it's been like that for ages and the girls still, but that's been like, I guess, embedded in my head too. And then
So
it's-
you're saying that you would normally
See-
be something into something like that, but it's just the tag that you
Well,
get, the
it's-
label.
It's also
of-
not only that, but like I've been in situations where I did actually like the person I was quote unquote hooking up with, and then it just never went past that. And so I was wondering, I'm like, is it because we started that way that it never went past that? Or if I would have done it the opposite way, would it still be around? So that's
Gotcha.
kind of more of like the mentality where I'm at now,
Okay. So in saying that, how does that make you does it make you want to modify anything like, how can I use this knowledge to help me get laid?
oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that. I was just like, where's the sex? I'm kidding.
You're kind of
No. No, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, of course. Here's the thing. I don't think anyone is one thing all the time. I think that people are multidimensional. Just okay. And yeah, I mean, like, sometimes you want to hook up. Sometimes you like it's just a casual date, and you like say, okay, well, that was fun, and that's all it was, and whatever. But I don't think that. I don't think that anyone's one thing all the time.
Right. I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree.
And in saying that,
And then some dates are hotter than others, and sometimes you're like, oh, fuck it, I'm hooking up with this person. And
Exactly.
sometimes you're not.
well, and speaking of that, we got to take another break. And when we come back, we are going to talk about, we're going to have helpful hints on how to help you get laid.
Oh.
So when we cut to commercial break, Natalie Jones right here, she just moved here she was in like New York and then in Austin. And we're going to show a couple of movie trailers that she is a star in both. And then we'll
Sweet.
be right back.
Very cool.
Scene 46, take 29.
Quiet on the set.
Scene 32, take 1.
And action!
What kind of movie is it that you're making?
It's a horror movie.
We just need the lead actress to have some emotional trauma.
In the story, the killer videotapes the murders and then he leaves them at people's doorsteps. We'll find them and watch them.
At least she dies in the first 10 minutes.
How'd you know it was in my script?
Either of us could be next. Whatever was going on back then is still going on now.
Oh no. Babe? Hello, is anybody home?
Hello?
I'm not scared.
Just tell me who the killer is.
Boy, that sure was a great day of shooting.
And cut!
What's making you scream at night?
Just a nightmare. You know, the one where you're falling and you're about to hit the ground.
Or how about when you wake up and you open your eyes but you can't move? Feels like something's holding you down. You know something's in the room with you. Something evil.
What you are describing is sleep paralysis. You see, when we sleep, the mind shuts down the body so we don't act out on our dreams.
It just feels so real.
You've seen it, haven't you? This is a case study conducted. The deaths of hundreds of people who died in their sleep. All of these victims reported seeing someone on top of them, strangling them.
This all just seems like superstition, right? paralyzes its victims and crushes the life out of them.
The hag can paralyze your body, but not your mind.
Oh, God. I've seen it. It's real.
And once you can't fight it anymore, it takes you.
That easy? You just stop believing in it?
How do you stop believing in something you know is real?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Panic. We are here coloring because it's National Crayon Day, and we are going to be coloring throughout the breaks, and then at the end of the show, we're going to present them to you, and then we're going to be posting it on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Don't Panic with Israel Luna. I am going to have everyone, if you've just joined us, everyone introduce themselves again.
I'm Natalie Jones.
Gideon Swift.
Brandy Amara Sky.
And when we, right before we cut to break, we were talking about social media apps. We were talking about Tinder, and then what? Bumble was one of them?
Bumble.
Bumble,
Yeah.
and then forgot the
There's
first.
OkCupid, too. but that's-
OkCupid, and then,
yeah.
of course, Grindr. And we were wondering if there were any lesbian hookup sites, and there are.
There are. I Googled it on the break, and, they did the top 10 dating websites for lesbians, but there's one called, I had a brilliant idea. I was like, if I had a lesbian dating app, I would call it Scissors. And apparently they're, in 2014, they were thinking of doing one. It was going to be kind of like a Grindr, but classier.
So they named it Scissors.
But somebody
But
took your
spelled.
idea.
I know, but somebody took my idea.
took
That's
Scissors.
But how they spell it, though? It's spelled...
Oh yeah, it doesn't have the O. It's just the R.
Just
yeah.
R.
It's just
That
R.
makes
So
it
it's like
classier.
scissor, like
Yes.
Grindr. Yeah.
See, if I were to
Vagina.
create a lesbian hookup app, I would call it Aquarium,
See,
Oh, and why is that, Israel? Why is that?
because they're all fish.
You're so
There
bad.
it
So
is.
to
There it
to a
is.
straight female, is that an offensive term, you think?
No. It's
No?
hilarious.
It's kind of
No.
funny.
Oh, I think there would be some.
I mean, there's
women-
also...
Mine does
Some
not
tight
smell
ass
that
would be all
way.
offended.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, there would be some women that would say it's offensive, but fuck
Oh,
them.
no, I'm sure. Yeah.
So what I was wondering is, we were talking about
Too PC.
when you exactly
Yeah.
when you meet someone on a hookup app, and then you're out on the date. I was just wondering, as a helpful hint to all of our watchers, all of our listeners, what is something that the person you're talking to, that you're going to have a date with, what could they do or say that makes you think, oh, I'm totally giving them some tonight? Natalie, there has to be something.
I really, man, I don't even know.
Shall I go first?
You go first. Because
I can go first.
I don't know. It's
You go,
it
Israel.
takes a lot
Okay,
with
you
me.
go.
So what would make that happen for me is it actually did happen, and that's kind of how we got married. Well, it didn't happen that night, but I saw my soon-to-be wife at the Hillary Clinton rally when she came in 2008.
And you said she's political.
And the fact that she was political, and the fact that I knew that she worked the night before because she works at a bar, so she got home at 4 a.m., but she still woke up the next day to go see that. I was like, there you go. She's got her priorities straight. She's political, she's active, and that was it.
Again, the mental
I was
thing.
like,
The
panty
mental-
drop. Panty drop.
Panty drop.
But it wasn't
Guaranteed
just mental.
panties.
It's just activism in general.
Gotcha.
They're active. You're in the community.
Yeah, because
you
she's
care
wanting to
about other
change things, wanting
Yeah.
to make things a better place. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is
got
that all it
got
takes?
Yep.
What about with dudes? I wonder if no, yeah.
So what about you? They have to be breathing and warm.
Yes, that's pretty much the standard. Yeah. It's just, be cute.
Exactly. You see, it's so funny. I was
Have
going to
a
say
vagina.
mine's easy. They have to be hot. That's
And,
it. Who cares if they're stupid and dumb?
See, males are males, gay or straight. We're still males, and that's a very male thing.
Because to me, I'd rather have sex with you first before getting to know you. Because if I sit down to dinner with you, I'm probably going to
you're
think,
an idiot,
I don't
or
like this
you-
person
or you're
anymore. I don't want to
boring.
sleep with this person anymore. I want nothing to do with this person anymore. But I mean, I'm at least I got sex out of it.
So
if I had
now
sex
you know,
with you.
if
Right.
you want to hook up with Israel, just don't open your mouth. Just be as hot as you can be. That's
Be
it.
hot and don't open your mouth. And now,
least
isn't
amount
that a
of clothes as
dream?
possible.
Gideon, isn't that a dream?
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it's the same thing with straight males too. It's just Yeah, like as long as you're not like just completely annoying or stupid as fuck, and and like
Well,
you're pretty
annoying?
cute.
What would be annoying?
I mean, it helps honestly. And like, here's the thing: when I think when straight dudes start getting feels, it's when like the girl's like really fucking cool, right? And you're just like, holy shit, you're fucking cool as shit, and you're awesome. I mean, like my current ex, like that's how we ended. She's just like super fucking cool. And it's like, damn it, I didn't want to get feels, but now I have fucking feels, and it just happens. It's just a thing, I think that's a natural thing for anyone.
Yeah, Natalie, you haven't answered it yet.
No, I mean it's the same, like the mental,
Yeah,
like
of
showing
course.
up and just like cool and.
So what does he have to be? I mean, because cool is kind of a general term.
Well,
What
yeah.
like, specifically that you're like, oh?
Oh no, like I mean, a big thing for me is actually having a sense of style.
Oh, that leads me.
That's
and like shoes. I'm a big shoe like.
I agree.
If
You're
you
a
wear
big
bad
shoe.
shoes,
Oh man, I gotta get my shoe
she
game. I
likes
gotta get
big
my shoe game
shoes.
right.
She likes big
Males
shoes.
need to
Let's say
have better shoe
no,
game.
but like,
Agreed.
if guys wear, I feel like you could tell a lot about their style and their personality by like their shoes, and like it's just a weird thing if you have like bad shoes or like.
Israel, what kind of?
I know what are you
What
wearing?
kind of shoes are you wearing?
Hey, you know what? You got
That's
sneakers.
fine.
Okay,
That's such a lesbian
know,
shoe.
here's mine.
I might be a lesbian.
Mine are not shined, and they're kind of
See, but those are cool though. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Those
But
are
it's
kinda
like,
cool.
but like
Thanks.
boat shoes, like boat shoes or like polo shirts. If you're wearing a polo shirt and with the collar
God.
pop, game
What about
over.
like that douchebag? Those douchebag shorts that are like, I don't know. They're like
Like
short.
boat shorts. I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking
boat
about.
shorts.
I call
Yeah,
boat
like
shorts.
I automatically hate a dude if I see him in boat shorts. I'm like, I fucking hate you. He could change my mind. You know what I mean? Like he
I
might
feel
be
the same
actually like the
way.
coolest motherfucker on the planet, but I wouldn't know that because you're wearing fucking boat shorts. Anyway,
I think also just not like the preppy. I'm just not into like the preppy. Like your
well,
polo shirt's
preps
fine.
are usually
By the way,
fucking
it's the hot
mindless.
pink with the
No
polo
offense,
shirt.
preps,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
usually a
I know.
fucking idiot. You usually like have some boring job like an accountant or a fucking lawyer, some dumb, mindless fucking job.
Tell us how you really feel.
Sorry. Oh, did that just happen?
We said that in stereo.
Holy shit, that was amazing.
That wow.
Anyway.
We're the same
Impressive.
person.
You just made me clipped a little
Kinda
bit.
You made me moist.
Oh, you made me hard.
Oh, let's all date each other right now.
Exactly.
right.
So I'm wondering, along those lines, what is a best one, like a line that you've given that have
See, lines can be fun.
that has either
Fuck
worked,
that shit, because like,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
or a line that was given to you that worked.
Girls, because here's the thing, like okay, me and a dear beloved friend of mine, we're into like that game shit. Like we watch like videos on that, like damn, that is true. Like some of that shit is real.
Example.
Okay, so
good line.
oh man, what's the good? I don't have any good lines off the top of my head, but like it's kind of it's real and it's interesting. Okay, negs are a thing. Like if okay,
What?
like okay, so you're a straight girl and
Negs?
like it's like oh whatever, oh don't touch me, blah blah blah, and like sometimes like straight girls will be like whatever, da da da, and
Like the kindergarten flirting.
yeah, it's literally like kindergarten flirting. Yeah, it's kind of like that, like negs and like it's like not.
Oh, like
It's like
wait,
not
negs.
it's like
I'm still
nagging.
not understanding
Okay,
where that word
it's
comes
kind of like
Legs and a nudge together. Negs.
yeah, legs and a nudge together, and negs.
Oh my,
I
that
just pulled
sounds
that out of
exciting.
nowhere.
Well, that sounds hot.
Where have I been? That's yeah.
Negs.
I figured the
Haven't
lesbians
either.
would know about
No, I
neg
have
the
no
legs and
idea
a
what
See,
it
nudge.
you're
Jesus.
educating us as well.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so like a neg is like if you give a girl like not necessarily like if you're being overly like, oh, you're so cute, you're so beautiful. If you're like, whatever,
Oh, like picking
you
on
gotta
her, like
you gotta
playfully.
pay to touch, kind of like the Big
Gotcha.
Brother, kind of like negging.
Like on the playground,
tease.
pushing.
Yeah,
them
yeah,
because
like you were
them.
saying, kindergarten flirting.
Yeah. Got it.
That's what a neg is.
Gotcha.
And like, there's other stuff in the game, I guess like building like social cred. God, I'm giving it all away, aren't
Well,
I?
do you have?
Is that book? There's a book.
Yeah, it's called The Game. It was
heard
written by
about this.
Wait,
yeah.
what is this book?
And there was a show on
Forgot about
VH1. It's literally called The Game.
Called
Okay,
The Game.
I'm
It's
giving
like a big red book. That,
straight males. I'm so sorry. I'm telling the lesbian about The Game.
Well, I'm gonna Google it when I.
Yeah,
get
check it
home.
out.
I forgot about
Neil
this.
Strauss. Oh, I guess I gave him a free plug, but like, yeah, Neil Strauss is The Game, and it's about dating and how to get girls, and he's like this super nerdy guy, but it's all about just game, and it's
Yeah.
interesting.
But
And
see now that can work because women are all about the emotional thing.
the
and
head
they-
trip, and
the
I am
head
too.
trip.
I'm very cerebral.
True, but they have to pass
Like-
the hotness game.
Yeah, to even be
before-
fucked with.
Exactly.
And that's fucked up.
Which
I
is-
get,
which
you
is
know what? And
different. So I can
sometimes
see-
there's different, and like,
see-
I don't know if every guy's like this. There's different kinds of hot.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, is it like that in the gay world? I mean, like, are there different kinds of hot? Of
Well, yeah,
course,
because
of course there
everybody-
are,
well,
but
everybody has different, like beauty's in the eye of the beholder, of course.
Sure,
but
physically.
I think that book probably succeeds because it's catered to straight men only.
Yes, it is.
Because
Mostly,
it's talking
I would
about
say.
women.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
how much of it is true? I don't know. I
Very
haven't
much.
read
I
it.
don't have to read it.
And it gets creepy. It gets creepy. Like, yeah, you got to check this out. It
review
gets
coming
super
soon.
creepy. Yeah, cool. It gets super creepy because, like, literally, they hang out in what's called layers or okay. I'm not
Well,
that
no wonder
into.
they're getting laid. If they're not getting laid,
No,
like,
it's a
if
bunch
they're
of geeks.
just, like,
No, mostly it's a
Fucking
bunch of like
covenants.
sweet dudes that just need help.
Yeah.
Okay, and mostly, and they let's go to the layer and talk about how to pick up girls. It sounds super creepy on the surface, but when you get into it, there was actually a really good documentary done on CNN with what's her name, the Asian girl that does the fucking documentaries on CNN. Anyway,
Oh, Lisa Ling.
Lisa Ling.
I
She
love
did,
Lisa Ling.
Yeah, I love her too. And she did a documentary on people who are into the game and like people who go to these layers and men. It sounds super creepy on the surface, but when you get down to it, it's just dudes who are lonely who are
Right.
trying to figure
Well,
out how to talk to girls.
I don't think there's
mostly.
anything creepy about that at all. I think that's somebody just put it in a book.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody does that. I mean, we all do that. You just try to
Right.
see, hey, you got to feel this person out first to see, mentally.
Why
not
would
physically.
you not want to learn how to be better socially
Yeah.
or
And
talk
then-
to people
and then
of the
having-
opposite sex?
Having this person start becoming attracted to you. Now, from the women's side,
Right.
is there a book that would? Is there a book that exists
I don't
toward
think there's-
find
The
picking
wrong
up
person.
guys?
I don't think there is.
No,
Maybe
no,
you
no,
should write the
actually-
lesbian version of this.
Oh no,
There was
I wouldn't be good at that.
there was a book circling with a bunch of girls. This maybe 10 years ago, but that book, He's Just Not That Into You.
Oh yeah, they made a movie out of that.
Yeah, and then I think
I
there's
should watch
that, but
that.
it was just like,
Get a
it wasn't like
perspective.
any kind of the game or anything like that. It was just like, hey, if it's not there, it's not there, and it was
Right.
just really simple like that. And I mean, it was
I
actually
think
a good
women are
book. It was
smart
like,
enough
oh.
to know that they don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
The male
Women
species
don't have to
will
do
just
jack
literally
shit.
Come to them,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And what's
As long as we breathe.
That's
what's
the thing.
interesting
Like,
is
if you want dick, you just it's like gay men. I think it's the same thing with women. Like, if you want dick, you can get dick any freaking time. You don't ever have to like spend money or fucking go on a date or do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, you just if you want dick, there's dick. There's just dick everywhere.
But what's
dick's
interesting-
You should have
available.
counted how many times you just said dick.
Dick. I said dick. I'm
well,
sorry,
what's interesting
Israel.
is sometimes at like some of our industry mixers or something, I will have straight females who I guess don't know that I'm gay, and they will approach me. And
Well, you're a handsome dude. I
well,
mean,
thank you
Yeah.
very much. What's interesting is when she starts talking to me, I start sensing or feeling like she wants me to work for something. And at that
Yeah.
moment, I think.
That's
oh,
the thing.
Bitch, I want nothing down there.
I want
So
nothing from
none
you.
Of your exactly. None of this is working. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
no,
Nothing.
we're going to be on equal because I could feel her wanting to do this. Like this is her and this is me. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, well,
right.
we're gonna
They
stay
want to
right
tilt the
here.
seesaw.
Yeah,
And like,
I'm a
here's
gay man, bitch.
here's another part of like the game and like some of the guys that are teachers within that little community. Some of them are talking about, and like this is actually pretty wise. Like it's like, listen, you need to treat your girl like a best friend. If the person you're dating, like even on first dates, if they don't offer to like pay for half or whatever, it's like it's already unbalanced. It's like holy shit. And growing up, we're as dudes, we're taught you pay, you foot the bill, you fucking open the door, which I still believe in opening doors.
Good for
but
you.
it would be cool.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
So rare.
It would be, yeah. And I do. I mean, I'm all about that shit.
My wife
it's
opens
just,
up my doors and car doors for me.
Aw.
She's
It's
not
awesome.
from
I
the-
love
from the
that,
gay
and
side.
that's
so
ingrained
cute.
in me. But I also believe that, like, hey, you know what? If she offers, holy shit, that says something. And I'll foot it. I don't care. I'll pay. But it's just, it's a principle thing. It's like, do not try to take the upper hand. Like, you're just, you know what I mean? Like, it should be more of a balance. It should be a best friend. Like, it should be a partnership.
Now, if it's a first date and you're paying for a meal,
Well,
hold on.
I'm sorry.
Would you expect something after the meal because you paid for it if it's a $50 meal. Let's just
I wouldn't say expect. Here's the thing. Like, if she's like awesome and really hot, I mean, like, damn, we're going to have a good time. I'll shell out some cash if she's like, if we're having a good time. Right. But I mean, and like, you know what, if shit is going well and it gets sexy and like whatever, you know.
But then what if she doesn't give you any? Do you get upset because you're like,
No,
wait a minute,
what the fuck?
I just spent
No.
this much.
What is she, a hooker? No, I'm not
Is
gonna
that
be
is that
mad.
how you would be?
No, because I don't take them to dinner. I just have sex with them. I don't have time for
It's
dinner.
different.
I'm sorry. I just want to have sex with you. Now, if I like them, then I will take them to dinner because I mean, that's not the issue anymore. There's not an elephant in the room of I have this expectation because I know that there are a lot of men.
Did you just say sexpectation?
Ooh, I didn't, but I like it. I like it.
Anyway.
We have to cut to break, and then when we come back, we are going to talk about we just talked about all the things that you should do. When we come back, we're going to talk about the don't do's on dates. Ooh, that was 3 D's, triple D's. You probably like that, don't you?
I like triple D's.
All right, we will be right back. And when we cut to break, what you will be watching is a music video that I did with Chaselyn Wade and Joseph Herrera. It is a fan video for one of her songs called, well, I can't say it. It's called I Fucked Up. That's what the video is called.
Oh.
So we're going to cut to that, and then we'll be right back.
This is fun
Why
as
couldn't
fuck.
you say that?
I fucked up. I made a mistake. Nobody does it better than myself. I'm sorry. I'm not afraid to say. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. I'm so ashamed. You're in so much pain. I blamed you when things didn't go my way. If I didn't, you'd be here. If I didn't fight back, I'd have no fear. If I took another path, things would be so different. But they're not. I could've just kept my big mouth closed. I could've just done what I was told. Maybe I should've turned silver into gold. But in front of you, I was cold. I fucked up. I made a mistake. Nobody does it better than myself. I'm sorry. I'm not afraid to say. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. I thought we had it all. You brought out the best in me. And somehow I destroyed the perfect dream. I thought we were indestructible. I never imagined we could fall. You wanna know how to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. We could have bought a house with a swimming pool. Fill it up with walls, it would be so cool. Could have gone riding stallions in the countryside with a pack of Great Danes racing eye to eye. We could have toured the world in a private jet. Run naked on the beach, all soaking wet. We could have climbed a mountain, seen a perfect sunrise, written our names across the sky. We could have gotten drunk and driven on the autobahn. We could have got ourselves arrested in Saint-Germain. We could have lived like crazy till the day we die. Instead I made you cry. I fucked up. I made a mistake. Nobody does it better than myself. I'm sorry. Je suis désolée. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. I fucked up. I made a mistake. Nobody does it better than myself. I'm sorry. I'm not ashamed to say, I wish I could have you back maybe one day. All night.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Panic. We are here coloring because it is National Crayon Day. And at the end of the show, we are going to show all of these to you. And we're also going to post them on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Don't Panic with Israel Luna. Thank you and welcome back to the show. So right before we cut to break, we were talking about all of the do's of going out on a date, or the things that you have to do to get someone to go on a date with you, and possibly more. So now what I want to talk about are the don't do's. Who has a really great bad date story? I'm sure we all have one.
If you're on social media,
don't lie.
Well, there's that, right?
Oh my gosh! Well, that takes out 98% of the community.
One of mine, and it was in New York, but the dude showed up, and I realized he didn't smile in any of his pictures. But once he showed up, he was missing half his teeth.
That's what I'm talking about.
You hear
Natalie,
those stories,
that's very
but it actually
judgmental. What if he had a great personality, Natalie? How dare you?
He didn't.
Oh wow!
He did, the whole thing was just terrible.
Damn that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm easy to get along with. I'm a cool, laid back chick.
You didn't
consider
ask him,
myself.
You didn't ask him to send you a smiling picture or anything?
Well, I didn't think about it.
Well, what was his picture like when he wasn't smiling? Was it like?
Well, he was just chilling. I just didn't think anything of it, but it was just very dry. He just didn't have any personality, and I still tried to give it a chance. I was like, maybe he's in a situation and he can't afford or something, and I was like, I'll give him a chance.
Dental.
Yeah, and then just as it went on, and then he made me walk I was telling them earlier, 20 minutes to an ATM because they only took cash at this place. And I was none of the ATMs are working. And he's like, okay, I'll sit here and wait. And I'm like, this guy's a dick. It's really? I don't mind splitting it or paying half, but if
it's with ugly teeth.
Let me ask, yeah, right. Well, let me ask you this: if the guy's super hot but also kind of a dick, does it make a difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes a difference, right?
Yeah, no, it totally does.
Period.
I'm not gonna
the super hot dick.
Yeah.
It's hey, why am I?
I don't care how hot you are. If you're an asshole, I don't care.
Yeah, that's gonna trump any looks. Right?
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
Good. What about you? What about a bad date story?
No. Gosh. Okay, so
he's like, how many do I have?
Back when I was single. Okay, so when you are on a dating app, girls. Just be honest. Don't and guys too. I think guys are probably lie more. I think about height.
Mm-hmm.
I get that a lot. I hear that a lot. And then girls do this angle where it's
up
flattering.
High?
Yeah. It's this angle.
Yeah, no, it's for
everyone wants to look their best.
No, that's not necessarily lying. That's just doing tricky angles and camera and shadows.
Oh, that's not farce at all.
You don't want to.
Well, it's
but that's every fucking magazine cover. And
right. Well, you have to advertise yourself. So
you're right. You're right.
Get yourself in the most nice.
Gisele
light,
Bundchen doesn't look like Gisele Bundchen.
Right. Exactly.
But you don't want to do it from the down angle, and then it's up your nose, and then you look fatter than you are.
Fair enough.
Well, you know who's taught me this is drag queens. They're like, just do it slightly above, and you look a little thinner, and it's also a more.
We know
makes sense.
If you have the double chin or
all
the things.
Well, the good way to test that is when you look at yourself, get your phone and stand up, and then look down and have the camera face your face, because gravity hits your face and it brings your skin down.
Oh my God.
Do that.
See, well,
it's scary.
I've accidentally, anytime the camera is flipped the opposite way, and then when you go back to it, you don't know it's still there. That happens.
Isn't that terrifying?
So I hate
I'm
that.
I'm a monster.
I've seen my face like that plenty of times. So
oh my God. Well, I do have a helpful hint to help with this situation is a lot of the times on Grindr, I lose people because this is what I ask them for. I say, first, it's usually a headless torso on there. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, nice. What's up? We chat. And then I say, do you have more pictures? Of course, they're going to send, close up, private pictures. I'm like, no. Do you have a full body and a face photo? So they'll send me another full body one. I'm like, okay, now do you have a face picture? They'll send me a face picture, and I'll say, do you have a shirtless picture of your body and your face together
at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
At that moment, I either lose them or they send it to me, and then I'm like, oh,
okay,
it's time to meet up.
Legit.
Okay. So that always helps. And when you were talking about the guy not smiling and everything, yeah, I mean, there's, people are trying to take the most flattering pictures of themselves, so you have to be super careful.
That makes sense.
I get it, but
well, that was my only point.
You don't want to be misleading if you're actually going to meet up with somebody. Then what's the point? I don't know. Just smile. Show off your girl that you don't have, whatever.
Like, look, I ain't got no teeth. Okay.
Now, be proud of it.
I do have an idea of why there isn't a lesbian app is because from the lesbian friends that I've known, and going by what we've already said about men, we're just all, we just want to have sex. And the women, it's like, well, I have to get to know you first and know if I like you, and then we might have sex. I asked two friends of mine, Dawn and Philomena, and they said, oh, lesbians do not share. We do not share at all. We don't want a girl, so is that true?
I had a lesbian roommate for years.
It is for my partner. She's very old fashioned. She's a Taurus. So she's very like,
Oh, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, that's probably why.
See, that's why we,
very, very much so. I'm totally not that way, but I also think that I'm an exception to the rule as far as all that, because I have no problem sleeping with people on the first date. Like, it's just not,
Oh my God, we're the same person.
We are.
We are. And there's nothing wrong with that, people.
No, there's not.
No.
Before we cut to our last break, Natalie, a couple of breaks ago, we saw two of your films. One of them was Fright Flick, which I hear the director is super hot. And the other one was...
Who's the director?
Is not Silent. So,
Dead Awake.
Tell us about Dead Awake, because I just saw the movie trailer. Have y'all seen it? I saw it on Apple TV. It's pretty amazing. Tell us about it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the next movie coming out from the creator of Final Destination, and it's based on sleep paralysis. And for anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's when your body and your mind don't connect, and you're asleep and you wake up, but you're paralyzed. You can't move. And
my body and mind never connect.
I might not.
Only during sex for me. That's it.
But people claim that sometimes they feel like people are crawling on top of them and choking and strangling them.
That sounds like a party to me.
And it's
hence where you get the succubus and the incubus, right?
Oh my God. But yeah,
that's like a theory.
No, it's scary because it's actually really, really common.
Yeah,
and it happens.
it's a thing.
It's fun. I was in like 6 hours of makeup, and
because you play I
played the demon.
Yeah.
It's called the night hag, but it was such an amazing experience. Yeah.
Is that like a fag?
That sounds amazing.
Well, my friends, they were like the director and producer, and they, I asked them, I was like, are there any parts still available? And they're like, well, it's like, the night hag. And I was like, I don't care. I'll get ugly. I'll get I look like I'm like 500 years old.
How's that possible?
He's so sweet. He's so
Right?
sweet. But yeah, it was great, and it's coming to select theaters May 12th, and then hopefully it does really well, and it goes to more theaters.
We don't say if,
I love
we say
stuff
when.
like that.
When,
so.
that's what
We say when.
When, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
when it does really well. And then Fright Flick, what was your experience like on that? That's a movie I directed, guys.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And that was my second movie that I got to work on with Israel.
That's right. Deadbeat Club was the first one.
Yeah. So much fun. We got to stay in like this roach motel, and it was such an amazing experience. And
I love
it's
stuff
a
like
movie
that.
shot within a movie, and the crew starts dying off, and I play the character of Eye Candy. And
Eye Candy Slate Girl.
Yeah, Slate Girl. But there's like a backstory. Like I did Slate on like another movie, and this one guy, not saying any names, would call me Eye Candy, and it was kind of creepy. And Israel did not like him. So a lot of the characters in Fright Flick he created off of other crew members that he did not like.
Named them the same name.
Yeah.
Did you really?
And I invited them all to the premiere.
Oh my God.
And I said, this is what I would
you.
want to do to you.
boldness.
These death scenes. I killed them off, and I said, that's what I want to do to you.
Yeah. But my only name in the movie is
I
Eye
think I just
Candy,
fell in
and then
love
I do
with you.
Slate.
Oh, me too.
Guys, we are going to, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That is
it
awesome.
still on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Fright Flick? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to take
Netflix,
our
check it
final
out.
break. We are going to cut to a commercial of Spayse Studios, so you'll know exactly where we are shooting this episode and all of our shows, and then we will be right back to close out the show. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Don't Panic. How is y'all's pictures? Let me see. What do y'all have
I'm
so
almost
far?
done.
Okay.
Show them to the nearest camera. That one over
So
there.
I went kind of minimalist.
Nice. Ooh, look at that one.
Peak Power Ranger.
Hers is great.
You got strawberry shortcake over there.
Oh, that's adorable too.
I put stickers on mine.
Israel's your
That's a good
sucks.
idea.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Actually, that's really awesome.
I know.
Thank you. Well,
Dang.
guys, I just want to say thank you for coming onto the show. This has been such a fun show, and I want to take this time to have all of you, talk about yourselves, how people can find you, what's going on in your life. Natalie.
Well, so Dead Awake is about to come into select theaters May 12th. And I have other movies on Netflix. I'm also producing / doing stunts, starring in a comic book movie that's in the works called Mad Cat. And so the comic book's about to be released, and then Comic-Cons, and then we'll be doing the feature.
Dang, you are a busy gal.
Yeah, so a few things in the works. But yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's so cool.
Well, I mean, I guess we just met like.
I didn't know that for the whole 45
she's not
minutes.
going to sleep with you this fast,
Right?
Gideon.
I was actually thinking that. I was like, that would be really cool. Like if they hooked up after the show,
that's
and then we would have to have Israel and a camera crew like follow them.
Wow.
Yeah, for the
Wow.
hookup. Yeah.
Wow.
Promote yourself. We have 40 seconds.
Yeah, we're doing a stage production of Clifford Odette's Waiting for Lefty. Curtain is at 8 p.m. tonight at 3203 Ash Lanes, ashstudios.org. And yeah, it's a great production. Upstarttheater.com. Yeah. Hope
And
to
you're going
see
to be there tonight.
Yes, of course. And we're hanging out after it. Free beer, free drinks. Hope to see you all this evening.
Excellent. Brandy.
Brandy Mars Sky. I'm the lesbian. I'm a drag queen. I'm a writer. You can find everything about me at brandymarsky.com, or you can see me sitting at my wife's well at JR's Bar and Grill, sometimes Fridays and Saturday nights.
Excellent. And guys, I am Israel Luna. We are here through our YouTube channel, Spayse Station. And if you would like your own show, you can go to spaysestudios.com. It's spelled SPAYSE.com. And you can watch this show on Don't Panic with Israel Luna on Facebook.com. And I guess that's it. Next week, we are going to have such an amazing show. A friend of mine and his husband are coming in. They adopted a sister and a brother. And they are all going to be on my show next week, and I cannot wait until
That's
Friday.
gonna be awesome.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you to my guests.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for
Israel.
watching.
See you later. You can stay here for a little bit as credits roll, by the way. Credits are rolling as we're still here talking. And stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
To pretend like we like each other.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna.
So it's
finish,
like on the news.
I'm gonna finish my drawing too because we're gonna post these on Facebook.
Right?
I think I do everything. I think I
I'm going to keep mine minimal.
I wish I would have brought my glitter. I do have glitter.
You brought glitter? I love how you just like.
I think
Carry
I
glitter.
do have glitter.
That's hilarious.
Freaking awesome. I love it.
I only did my character, but nothing in the background. Oh well.
Gosh, you guys.